Japan. So much to do, so much to see, and of course, so much amazing and delicious food to eat. If your wallet and stomach allows it, eat it all. But if we really needed to narrow it down, here are 10 food experiences you definitely have to try when in Japan. Hello, I'm Janice and I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, we are traveling back in time. We're going back to Japan where I show you all the food experiences you definitely have to try when you're there. Seeing as we can't travel right now, I thought what better time to not only reminisce, but to get excited and prepare for all the future trips we're gonna take once all this is over. Before we jump right in, this video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of different classes for you to choose from. If you're looking for things to do during this period of isolation, why not learn a new skill or level up your existing skills? So working for myself, by myself, and now constantly at home takes a lot of self-discipline, and I found Thomas Frank's class on productivity quite insightful on how to stay organized for the long haul. But if that class isn't your cup of tea, there's so many other classes to choose from filming and photography, to freelancing, to embroidery, to writing. The list is endless. And the great thing is, Skillshare is offering the first 1,000 of you guys who click on the link in my description 2 months free premium membership to the platform, so you can use this time to take as many classes as you want and explore your creativity. All right, without further ado, let's dive right in no particular order. Here is the first food experience that you can't miss when you go to Japan. All right, I'm gonna get straight to it. Ramen is the first thing on this list, and one of my favorite places to go to is a place called Ichiran. It doesn't matter when I go, there always seems to be a line. I am here to try the Ichiran ramen, and the line is so incredibly long. But the line usually moves pretty fast, and they also give you your order sheet as you wait. The entire wait time was less than 15 minutes, and once we got in, you order using a vending machine. I got the set menu, which comes with your noodles, your ramen accompaniments, and comes to 1,580 yen. And not too long after, I got taken to one of their booths. Just been seated. It was easier for me to get seated because I'm just one person, whereas like people that are in groups, it takes a little bit longer to get seated. But once you do get seated, your order sheet is taken and your noodles come out really quickly. This is my bowl of noodles. The ramen sides includes 4 additional pieces of chashu, a couple seaweed sheets, and black fungus, and also an onsen egg. All right, first and foremost, let's give the broth a go. Wow, it is so incredibly rich. I'm glad I didn't get the most intense or the most rich versions, because I don't like broths that are too thick. Like this is, I think, just right for me. Before I talk more, I just really want to try the noodles because I did ask for it to be extra firm, and the longer I talk, the longer it sits in the broth, so I'm just gonna... The noodles have got really good texture, it's got that really nice chew to it, and because the broth is still thick, the noodles attaches to the flavor of the broth as well. I really like it. Alright, let's try the chashus. It is sliced very thin, but there's still like layers of fat around it, so it's still very, very soft. It's really, really good. The onsen egg was also perfect, really runny on the inside, though they do have a card saying they'll give you another egg if the shell is too hard to remove. The black fungus added a really nice crunch to the bowl of noodles, and the seaweed, I just soaked it in and ate it all in one go. This is a perfect bowl of ramen, amazing chewy noodles with a rich broth, and each of the condiments done really well. The chashu is soft, thin, and fatty, and the onsen egg really runny and creamy. I finished it in no time and was tempted to order more because there's like an extra item order sheet right here. But I decided against it because there's so much more to eat, which brings us to our next food experience, a seemingly obvious one, sushi. Whenever I go to Japan, the first meal I'd eat is most probably sushi or ramen. But what you should definitely add to your list of food experiences when in Japan is Sushi Train. And we have just arrived at the 100 yen sushi place. This is where I'm going, Kara Sushi. I was able to get a seat pretty quickly because I was alone, and once seated, make your own green tea and start taking sushi off the conveyor belt. Here's the first piece of sushi for tonight. It's really, really good. And now this is my absolute favorite sushi, tuna. This is just 100 yen for an entire plate. I'm gonna have so much tonight. And that's the great thing about these restaurants. I had so many plates of delicious, fresh sushi, all at just 100 yen a plate. Don't see what you want on the conveyor belt? No worries. You can order directly and the food is timed to arrive right in front of you. You can also order hot food, and I ordered a tempura udon, which was also really delicious. I called it a night after 9 plates of sushi, and all up it came to 900 plus 280 plus 10% tax, and it was at 1,298 yen, which is around 18 Aussie dollars. Ramen booths and sushi trains are both food experiences perfect for when you're alone. But the next thing on this list is an experience best shared with friends, and that's shabu shabu, which is a style of Japanese hot pot with thinly sliced meat and vegetables served with dipping sauces. Nobeza is an all-you-can-eat shabu shabu restaurant that I really liked, and not only do you get unlimited refills of your meats, which includes thinly sliced beef chuck roll and beef flank and pork spare ribs, you also get access to a buffet of condiments, which includes this huge variety of fresh veggies that you can add to your hot pot, rice, ramen or udon to accompany your meats and soak up all the sauces, a variety of different sauces to enhance your meats, and also vegetables for your salad because, you know, health. At 2,800 yen per person, you can eat as much as you want for 100 minutes. That's as much meat, veggies, rice, udon, ramen, dessert as you want. I personally thoroughly enjoyed it and will definitely go back if I ever go back to Japan. I'm so happy. I'm so incredibly happy. Now let's pause on the restaurants for now and move outside for some delicious street eats. Now I'm currently in Osaka, in Dotonbori to be specific. And the thing I most want to try on this street filled with delicious food is takoyaki. You see that massive boar thing with a whole bunch of people lining up? That's where we're headed. So takoyaki is a popular Japanese street food made with seasoned batter, octopus meat in the middle, and sauces and seasoning scattered on top. At this stall, you order using a vending machine and hand over your ticket when it's your turn. They cook them fresh on these special grills, and though the line was long, I didn't have to wait too long. Okay, I've just got myself a thing of takoyaki. I've got 6 of them. It came to 500 yen. It's a Japanese snack or appetizer, typically made with wheat flour, and inside it has like bits of octopus, tempura bits, green onions, and then it has sauce on top and also mayonnaise. They were made fresh to order. Look at this. This little bite was chewy from the octopus, crunchy from the tempura bits, and from the balance of the sauce, mayo, seaweed, and fish flakes. Just all around delicious. Okay, we're now done with our takoyaki. Let's go get the next item on our list. The next street food snack we're getting is okonomiyaki, which is a type of Japanese savory pancake containing a variety of ingredients in a flour-based batter. You have the option of adding seafood or beef or chicken. I ordered myself a pork okonomiyaki, and they bring out this beautiful thick pancake and grill it right in front of you. I think because of the batter, bonito flakes, and also the sauce, it actually reminds me a lot of the takoyaki that we just had. But this alone is enough to be more like a meal than a snack to me. As you can see, there's bits of pork and cabbage scattered throughout, which I really liked because it adds a very, very nice texture to the pancake. If you're eating by yourself, one is enough. But personally, I think that this is best shared with people so you can try all of the varieties. While we're still on the topic of street food and snacks, I can't not talk about the amazing markets here in Japan. The KUROMON market is a must visit in Osaka, while the Tsukiji market is one you can't miss when in Tokyo. There is so much to eat and try here, from seafood, it's really, really good, to Wagyu beef skewers. It's very, very juicy, it's not very chewy at all, to one of the best sashimi bowls I've ever had. It really was an amazing piece of tuna. They also have a huge variety of sweet options like ice cream, matcha lattes, mochi. I've actually filmed a video for each of these markets, which I'll link in my description below. But for now, just keep a mental note that a Japanese market is a food experience that you don't want to miss out on. Now, this next item you can actually find at a market like this, but I need to single it out because it is a standout dessert. The creamier ice cream is a milky soft serve with a wafer-like thin cookie cone. It's made with a super rich cream from Hokkaido, making it smooth, creamy, and just melt in your mouth. So good. I got the Hokkaido milk, and I know I keep saying I'm lactose sensitive, blah blah blah, but you know, there are certain foods that I just have to make exceptions for, and this is one of them. It's hands down one of the best soft serves I've had in Japan. Just make sure you get this whenever you're in Japan. It's just perfect was what I'd meant to say. And 8th on this list is udon, but not just any udon, handmade udon. When I was in Tokyo, I went to an udon restaurant that made that noodle from scratch, and that has forever changed the way I eat udon. It was so dense and chewy and just had so much bite to it. Where possible, go to a restaurant that makes their own noodles. It's good enough to go back for seconds, even on a short trip where you're trying to fit in as much as possible. This really doesn't compare to the udon that I make at home. It is so fat, it is so chewy, and it is a lot sort of denser than the one I typically have. It's really, really good. And speaking of handmade noodles, 9th on this list of must-try food experiences in Japan is handmade soba. That is also a winner. I had myself a delicious bowl of hot soba at a beautiful little restaurant that serves handmade soba just a short walk from Kinkakuji Temple in Kyoto. I ordered a hot soba set that came with some pickled vegetables, a bowl of rice that came with some meat and vegetable toppings, and also a steaming hot bowl of soba noodles. These noodles are made from buckwheat flour, and when you have handmade fresh noodles, they're just a lot more chewier and got a lot more bite. Mine was served in a dashi soup, so it was a little bit salty, and combined with the chewy soba, it just hit the spot. And last but definitely not least, you have to check out convenience stores in Japan. I actually went there nearly every morning for breakfast. They have a variety of breads and pastries available, but my go-to is their onigiris, which are cheap, delicious, and filling. Tuna mayo is the best, by the way. They also have a wide selection of coffees available, so that's a winner. It's unlike any of the 7-Elevens or convenience stores here in Australia. If you must, you can easily enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner from the food range that's on offer. I actually made a video doing exactly that, which I'll link in my description if you want to check that out. From onigiris to different types of breads and baked goods, to coffees, which you can heat up by the way, to a bunch of ready-made meals, there are lots of options. And with so many family marts located on every corner of every street, it's the perfect place to find a snack whenever you're feeling peckish. And that is it for our virtual food tour. Let me know if there's any that you've tried or if there's any that's your favorite. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on your notification button if you haven't already. I post new videos Tuesdays and Fridays. Check them out if you have time. Have an amazing rest of the day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! And if you're still watching, once we're all able to travel again, where in the world do you want us to take this channel to? Like, what kind of videos from which country do you want to see the most? Yeah, let me know in the comments below. Take care, and I'll see you later. Bye.